Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Legends of Another World, Curse of Saria. In this episode I'm going to continue the low-level game, and as you can see from the nearly 3 hours time difference between my last save and this one, the next boss, Dark Returner, is one that calls for quite extensive preparation. Now this merchant at the back of Corgent Station sells the elemental drain abilities, which are important enough that I wanted to make sure I could buy a few of those. You may be thinking, but Dark Returner doesn't cast elemental magic, so why are those important? Well, I'm thinking of bosses ahead of time as well. Because this is a uniquely good time to do preparation, for the very simple reason that while Saria is under occupation, these cult warriors blocking off the south exit can be fought repeatedly, and they give AP, gold and 2 hyper potions, but no experience. I needed Vince to learn Excel and Purify, which cost a total of 350 AP, and he had 90 from the last few bosses. The Cult Warriors only give 4 AP per battle, so I had to fight quite a few battles, and that gave me a lot of money, and having that much money, there were quite a few things I could think of that I could usefully get with it. So I've kept back some of my hyper potions, but I'm also well stocked up on potion jugs, relics, and time bombs. The alchemy ability, which is for sale in Corgent, doubles the power of items, and since a potion jug normally heals the entire party for 500, that means it now does 1,000, which is enough to full heal my entire party. So that's going to be my healing for this fight. I don't need Harley, nor do I need Ivy's blessing. I would like one of the girls to have Fire Touch, because, in fact, I'll give one Fire Touch and the other Ice Touch, because Dark Returner is weak to all elements. So the difficulty with this fight, get the tonic first off, he goes into this storing energy phase, and during this phase I have to inflict above, I think it's 1800 damage. So at the very beginning of the fight, that's difficult. Okay, I think that's just about done it. Obviously, I need to use Ivy's infection to take off its auto-regen. So there's nothing more to do now, just defend, use a potion jug. But Vince should put Excel on so that Tara can do more damage, because I really Once I get deeper into the fight, I don't want to be using Alicia more than I can help. I'll use her if it's her turn first, but if, for example, Tara has already gone, then I don't want to physically attack with Alicia, because that risks getting a critical. And now that Ivy's done her bit, I'll switch Liana back in. So this is going to be a fight that calls for a lot of patience. And the reason that I bought those time bombs was so that Alicia could add to the damage without risking criticals. I think I've done enough, but I'll throw another time bomb just to be... I should pay more attention to the damage figures. Yeah, that was okay, but only just. No, not on Liana's turn, but on Tara's turn, I'll put Harley in just so I can scan. Fortunately, the scan doesn't set off a counter-attack. Okay, 800... $1,200. Okay, that's enough. And we've got through a third of its HP, but it's a very ticklish method. This could easily go wrong at any stage, and I would have to start the battle over. Oh, and it can, well, not can, but after a number of turns, it will take the virus off. Which is okay, I just put it back on. It is currently in storing energy mode. I don't want to ever use Vince's physical attack because that does depend on his level. I have to have him as part of this fight. But I don't want to make use of his level because that feels just a bit too much like cheating. Ooh, that might be a bit much. I'm going to switch Liana for Amanda. No, Amanda has very low HP. See, I can't put... and Harley has less. Oh, Liana has more. I think that's because I transferred Harley's HP plus 25 to her, which was very sensible. One obvious disadvantage of this method is that because Ivy has to be under the virus. Okay, I was okay that time. I can't heal Ivy. Although I could have, and I will if I have to redo this, I could give Ivy one of my elemental drains, and then I can use elemental absorption to heal her. Ooh, that really feels like it might be a bit much. I don't know the exact formula for how the damage I do relates to the damage it does to me. Yeah, Liana went down that time, but Vince's turn came before Alicia's, so I had time to Phoenix Tears and Potion Jug. Virus came off, and every time that happens it regenerates immediately. Nearly halfway. I hope my resources last long enough. Yikes. So even when Alicia goes first, I don't want her to get a critical. Still, if Liana's the only one who goes down, I'm okay with that. There really isn't much to say about the fight from this point on, but I still want to leave the whole thing in the video. I'm not sure 1700 is enough, so I'll use the time bomb as well. Good decision. It's got 5,000 left. Now I could attack it and hope for a critical. That would be foolish. Next cycle though. Next cycle I can take it down. Unless that happens. One more cycle then. Oh, hang on. Ivy doesn't seem... I think it's worn off Ivy as well. And fortunately, Ivy had enough starting HP to last through the fight. Okay, 4,000 HP. This cycle should be the one where I can take it down. I remember feeling so pleased with myself when I managed to take that thing down with a level 25 party. And look at it now. So this is my setup for Cerberus. All 4 of my front party members have Fire Drain and Water Drain. Cerberus chooses his elements at random, so this at least gives me a 50% chance of not being harmed by his magical attacks. It would be nice if I'd gotten the 4th ability slot when I was in Taspia, so I could get yet another elemental drain, but I can't get back to Taspia at this stage of the game. Alicia, of course, still has her alchemy. And Vince has sleep proof because Cerberus's 3rd turn will inflict random statuses, and Vince having sleep proof ensures that he remains awake to use after this random battle. Anyway, Vince having the sleep proof ensures he remains awake so he can use Purify to take statuses off the others. Now, the first part of the fight is going to be very luck dependent while I try to get Vince's buffs on everyone. Tara is the one with breaker attacks, so I'll try to use that on Cerberus, and of course charge up Ivy's BP. Oh yeah, no, I'm looking at the turn order thing. One rather nice feature is that alchemy applies also to Phoenix Tears, so that will bring someone back at full strength. Okay, we got weakened. Meltdown doesn't matter because I'm not using magic anyway. Poison is nasty, and Purify doesn't take it off for some reason. So I've prepared with some antidotes as well. So on Cerberus's 4th turn, he will cure himself 3 times, and of course I'm going to try to have Ivy use Infection to prevent that, but only once I've really got the party buffed out as well as I can manage. So with the adrenaline buffs, Cerberus's physicals at least are not doing very much damage. But there is always the risk of losing a party member like that. So I'm not even going to try to lay on any damage in this round. I'll wait for the next cycle. Okay, now I think the buffs are up well enough that I can take some risks. Or at least that I can start attacking is what I meant to say. Obviously it's always risking the wrong things happening, but that one turned out well. So after his magically attacking round, I'll bring Ivy back in and have her use Infection. I don't want to use that too early. Zombie is another status that Vince's Purify won't take off, because I have relics for that. It also doesn't take off slow, which I actually had not thought of. That was an oversight. Anyway, this is going to be a very long battle, but you've seen enough to see how it works now, so I'm going to cut to close to the end of the battle now. Okay, I'm cutting back in. Cerberus has around 5,000 HP left, and I've kept things up pretty well. A couple of mishaps here and there, but nothing that threatened losing the battle. He's just about to have his physical attack turn, and I was lucky no one got badly damaged by it. In fact, I could even win this turn. Yeah, I'm going to attack rather than potion jug. So that's it for Cerberus, and I got the auto shield. I did also get the turbo boost steel in the section that I wasn't showing on camera. Got through some of my healing items, but actually not nearly as much as I was worried I was going to, so all things considered, that went pretty well. So, the Dark Transient. This one also took a lot of preparation. I fought the Cult Warriors a few more times so as to stock up on items. The Liquor Plus and Hourglass being particularly important. Amanda is in the party for this fight, and my front four all have Fire Drain and Dark Proof. Vince has the auto shield I got from Cerberus, and Alicia has Fire Touch. So, in the main game, when I did this fight, I had a rather complicated strategy involving swapping members in and out so as to cope with Dark Transient's zombie status. But for a low-level party, I've decided the thing to do is stick with just 4 members, keep the zombie status on, and use elemental absorption to heal. So Alicia will start by putting barrier on herself. Now my aim is to keep Vince and Alicia alive throughout the entire battle. The other 2 can go down, I'll revive them, not a big deal. But if Vince, or especially Alicia, dies, that's a reset. So Tara's role in this, of course, is to break her attack. Try to get the barrier as quickly as possible to free up Alicia for dealing damage. And that was very bad luck because Vince didn't get zombied, so I'm resetting. Okay, that time I had better luck with Taste of Hell getting zombie on. So the next attack will always be trauma, and for this I need Vince and Alicia to be back to full health. I'll let the others die because there's no way I can save them in any case. And get a double buff of adrenaline on. Fortunately, once that's on, it stays throughout the fight. And then revive Amanda so she can help us heal. The next turn will always be Eclipse, which does no damage. and then a physical attack followed by Deathly Rain, so don't bother reviving Amanda or Tara until after that, except when it resets its shields, because then I do need Tara. But I wasn't able to get her to have a turn. That's okay. Now I revive the others. And the cycle begins again. Keep Amanda's health up. Yeah, it still doesn't have Weaken and Meltdown on at the moment. So its next attack will be Taste of Hell, followed by Deathly Rain. So it's important that Amanda's health is up so that she can help me recover in between. Taste of Hell followed by Trauma is what I meant to say. And slow is one of the things that Trauma can inflict, which is why I've made sure to get the hourglasses. Anyway, this is a repeating pattern that I can keep up as long as I want now. The only thing is that I do have to be really careful to watch the turn order. And also to pay attention to when Amanda and Tara need their MP refilling. I have to watch the turn order to make sure Amanda will have a turn after Taste of Hell. If I know that she will, then I'm okay. And at this point you've seen everything the fight has to offer, so again I'm just going to cut to near the end. So I'm quite a distance into the fight, I don't know how far exactly. Some measure can be gained from the fact that I've gone through 29 of my 50 Phoenix Tears. But I wanted to show this is the kind of thing that can happen. The Dark Transient's next two turns will be Taste of Hell and Deathly Rain, and only Alicia and Vince get a turn in between those. So I'm just going to have to use Excel and hope that gives Amanda another turn, and it does. but I really have very little idea whether I'm at all close to the end of this fight. And that can happen even with the best preparation. Fortunately it was Vince and not Alicia. He has auto shield, so he comes back with his shield on, but that's still a real nightmare and probably means I'll have to start the fight over. Especially because I forgot that there was not much point in buffing him up when I need him to have the zombie status. And just when I need her to have the MP, she doesn't. No, I'm still not giving up. Vince will die to the next trauma, but that on its own is not a reason to give up. And there we are, Vince is just one buff short of being back to full strength. And now I need to regain my composure and try to remember what my strategy is. Well, it worked. It worked, and I did it. Finally took that thing down. So it's a pity about Vince being level 21, but I didn't use his bliss or faith. I did sometimes physically attack with him just because I was so frustrated with that battle, but other than Vince, everyone is level 12 or 13, and it looked for a long time like it might be impossible to do this battle with such a low level party, but it worked out. So yeah, I guess there's not much more to say at this point. I'm going to end the episode here. We've only done 3 boss fights, but they've all been very long ones, so this more than makes up an episode. And although this was probably the hardest part of the game, I am still going to carry on with the low-level game and see how I can do against the bosses from this point forward. And hopefully it will not be too long before Namida releases an update that lets me get further in the main game as well. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this and are looking forward to whatever comes next.